And welcome back to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at the fabulous Arizona Center. And we have got a really, really cool, kind of extended interview for you today. We are chatting with Sybil, who created Content Ready Sessions. And this is for entrepreneurs and small business owners who are really wanting to just be more camera ready, get out on social media more.
Right, because I mean, it's like, you know, it's like so many times it's like there's so many prongs to getting social media.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the aspect of being on camera, there's the aspect of the content itself.
Yeah.
And so, and I love that she brings together people to have them do it in a group, in a very safe space, and so it's much easier to then create.
And it's actionable. You actually leave, that's why it's called Content Ready. You actually leave with a bunch of content. So if you've been looking for just even how or where to start, this is it. Keep it right here for our interview with Sybil.
And welcome back to the morning show. And is there more stuff? It seems to be like every time I turn around, there's something more glittery showing up.
Welcome to what it's like living with me. Now you know what it's like to be Pat. I'll be sneaking in Halloween stuff constantly. Yeah.
All right.
You're just gonna walk in one day and you'll be replaced by a pumpkin. They'll be like
a glittery pumpkin, not just a pumpkin.
But I'll say this. There are a lot of people who have tons of decorations that they donate to Goodwill or something like that. You could give them to me. I'll take them. We'll take them in the studio. So if you come across any Halloween, Christmas decorations, I'm your gal. I want them.
Well, and you know, some of these could also be fashionable. I mean, you could wear that in your hair.
I might have to.
And so you could.
Oh no, that's not the theme though. I'm going to a gala, and I have to wear a wig.
Oh.
Where does one get a wig, Marshall?
Good.
No, I don't trust that. I'm looking for bed bugs for life.
You know, there used to be one on Central. There used to be a wig shop, but I bet in Scottsdale there's a wig shop.
So what are you trying to do? Get me to spend like $500 on a wig?
Well,
come on.
Again, Goodwill. They'll have wigs.
Okay. The theme is under the sea, so I have to come up with some kind of a under the sea theme. Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Don't you know any drag queens that can loan out a wig for a night?
Or, you know, I mean, Stevie moved back east, but she does these really elaborate for hairdos. Like she did one that was like Bridgerton for a friend.
Well, Stevie, come back.
So, indeed, have her custom make you something really cool.
Do I have time for that? I only have like a month.
I don't know. I'll hook you up with her and
okay.
we'll see what she can create.
Okay.
I mean, she's amazing.
That would be really cool, actually. So, yeah, I'm joining our friend Wonder Wendy. So, for a fundraising gala. I know she's going full out.
Well, I mean, when you have so much just cosplay clothing to already pull from, and
yeah.
She's probably making something just for this. I would not be shocked.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, not that I have to compete with her or anything, but I would like to dress up. I think that would be fun.
Well, of course, but that's why I think a cool wig would be really fun.
Totally.
Yeah.
All right, if you have any ideas or want to send me inspiration for under the sea themes, you can send it to hello@onthemorningshow.com or hit us up on Instagram @onthemorningshow. Don't forget, you can also give me decoration. I'll take all your stuff, basically, is what I'm saying. Whatever you want to give.
Well, you know, as you'll find out when you come for the open house, we have lots of space to fill.
We do.
So.
And I love filling spaces. That's one of my passions in life.
So I'm like, I just need to get a new wheelbarrow.
You've got a great bag in your office that I want to talk to you about that I walked by and saw. Your leather bag, the satchel.
Oh, yeah.
That looks really amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. The boys flashed our promo for our open house party, which is happening on the 13th of September. It's a Saturday. It's from 4 to 6 p.m. So you can BYOB and celebrate our good friend Marshall here.
Indeed.
Come hang out. We'll be giving some studio tours of the new space.
Yeah, and just showing you what we're trying to create here, the community we're building, and how you could be a part of it.
That's right. So we'd love to see you and spend time with you on the 13th. But for now, we've got a great interview for you with Sybil of Content Ready Sessions. I think you're going to be blown away by her. Everybody that's in my membership group, the Women 360, is obsessed with this woman and what she's created. And I think you'll see why. So keep it right here and check out what Sybil has to say.
Hello and welcome back to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
the fabulous Arizona Center.
And I have a fabulous guest for you. I'm actually really excited to sit down with her because she is like a rock star in this Women 360 group that I joined. Like everybody knows her, everybody talks about her, everybody has, I feel like, done this content ready day that she does. So I'm excited to learn more about it. I'm talking about her like she's not right next to me. She's right next to me.
I was going to say, I'm like, it's like, you know, why don't we just talk right to her?
I know. Hi, Sybil. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. This is great.
Yeah. So you founded something called Content Ready
Sessions.
And tell me about that, because like I was just telling Marshall, I've seen social media posts, I've heard all the hullabaloo, but for those that maybe aren't familiar with you who are watching, yeah, tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
I'd love to. It's been wild. It's been a wild ride. Not quite even a year ago, I launched something called Content Ready Sessions, which is a one-day impactful, immersive workshop style photo shoot for female business owners. And it really is, I think, geared towards my demographic. I'm getting close to turning 60, and we weren't born with phones in our hands. Yeah. So it's really kind of a leap to know that you're a business owner, to know for a fact that you need exposure. And the platforms that I really promote, such as Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, they're for free. So it's really kind of silly not to be exposed to the fullest capacity. But a lot of women our age are really fearful about it. They're afraid of maybe even having too much exposure, but I'm kind of a more is more girl, not a less is more girl, especially when you're promoting your business. So it's all about exposure, and it's a one-day session where we get together in the morning, we do a quick introduction of all of the businesses, usually about 20 female business owners gather, then we take content for 90 minutes. And at the last session, we took over 3,500 pieces of content. Oh. Then we break for lunch, load everything onto a third-party app so that those pictures don't have to stay on your phone. I do have a professional photographer come in, but it's really about taking candid shots of each other. So I break all of the ladies into groups of 3, and for 90 minutes they take amazing pictures and B-roll, and then the afternoon is all devoted to what to do with that content. So from 1 to 3, it is really hitting the ground running with making reels, with understanding your brand a little bit more. We do dive into some AI stuff and really get these business owners ready to have the exposure that they deserve.
Wow.
That's really cool.
I know, thank you. I'm loving it so much.
That's super cool. So I have a couple questions. So the content, when you kind of break out to have them shoot the content, do you find that being in community and trying to do it that way, that they feel a lot more comfortable and kind of open to the process, or do you still find that there's people that like are kind of awkward about it?
I think that there's people that are awkward just in the fact that they are not used to self, I guess, expression and really exposure. And when you are running a business, if you opened a brick and mortar store, you'd have to get real comfortable with having exposure and having inventory on your shelves and having people come into your store. And that's where it's different with these entrepreneurs, is that they're just not sure what the first step is, and they're really not sure if they're even comfortable on camera. So it's a lot of mindset work to get over it. Like, you run a business, you have to have exposure and you have to have some presence on these platforms. So with the community, however, a lot of these business owners know each other. They come back month after month. I've had some of these business owners come 6 times in a row because they love it so much. They're also finding that they're doing business with each other. After they meet, they're like, well, I got to spend the whole day with you and I love the product that you offer or the service that you offer. Let's get together and collaborate and partner. So I've seen some amazing relationships come from this session also.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
We love seeing that actually on the show too.
I
Like
bet.
we'll bring guests on and then they'll end up talking,
Yeah.
you know, afterwards.
It just happened.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
no, it's
right.
awesome.
As you're talking about it, I'm like, I mean, I love the fact that they're getting to know each other that much better.
For sure.
And as they're all being vulnerable of trying this new thing they're unsure of. And so what a great safe space that is.
Yeah, it's
for
working
them to
out.
do that and then also to explode themselves.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
and do more.
it's always interesting because I do, well, not so much anymore, but I used to do social media management, and there was kind of 2 main things that I saw a lot of. One was, it's not about me. I don't want to be on camera. I don't, you know, it's about my business and what I'm doing. It's not about me. And it's like, okay, but
Yeah, it's kind of changed.
Yeah.
It really has. The faceless stuff is still there, but if I was going to be hiring a specialist, let's just even use a real estate agent, to sell my top commodity in my lifetime, my biggest asset is my home, I want to know that they are going to know how to market it. And I need to see that their content is current and that they've done some cool stuff, even maybe some drone photography, and they're really okay with talking about my walk-in closet, standing in my closet. So it's a lot of shift in the marketplace as far as entrepreneurship, and you really do have to be not the brand, but you are the face of the brand.
Well, I think what you said is really important. Things have really shifted with how prevalent entrepreneurship it is now. And, you know, back in the day, you could just trust a brand. There were only so many brands. A lot of them were legacy brands and then shoot-offs, and so you kind of knew the brand that you were getting into. But nowadays, right, with so many different small businesses and entrepreneurship businesses, people trust the people behind it, and
Absolutely.
and so having you know, they talk about it all the time, like people listen to podcasts for the hosts, people come to businesses because they trust what you're saying about it, you know. So like it really does come down to having that identity and being comfortable sharing that identity. The other piece that I always ran into that I think you're also addressing is a lot of times they were just like, I don't even know what content is. Like, like you do all this stuff, that's all content. And they'd be like, no, it's not. Like, it's just, I'm thinking about lawyers, right?
Sure.
I help a nonprofit law firm. And every time they're like, oh, we just won this case for this person and it was kind of a cool story. And I'm like,
Let's hear it.
that's content. Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
That's,
Tell someone.
we're telling a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but that's what I love is they're also going through that same process with each other.
Yes.
They're telling the story of their business, which is what they need to be doing on the socials.
Yes, on
So
camera.
so I love the fact that they're learning about themselves and each other, but also how to further themselves.
And think about it, the times that you're out to dinner, you're a little bit more bold when you're not sitting by yourself. You're a little bit more willing to ask the waiter different questions than if you're just by yourself. So in this room of 20 business owners who have really been there, done that, but maybe this new platform and social media has just been something that they've put on the back burner. They're a lot more willing to do it in a big old tribe of 20 other business owners.
Yeah. Well, and you know, I think what's interesting too is, and I'm not sure kind of what you teach for the on-camera advice part of it. Maybe those are some tips you can share. But, you know, one of the things that I used to share I was a corporate journalist for 10 years, and I'd interview folks. And the worst interviews, right, were the ones where people would come in and they'd have like their canned answers and it would sound super scripted, and, you know, and I'd have to like break them out of it, you know, and it's like, no. Like, okay, just talk to Nana. Like, how would you talk to Nana about what's going on right now?
Right.
You know, Nana calls you up, you're in a very complicated industry, she doesn't know, but you really want to tell her about this thing going on. Like, what would that conversation sound like? And I'll kind of do stuff like that with people to try to bring in the relationship.
Human component.
Yeah. Because that's something that I think happens a lot too, is like they just like get on camera and they're like, I'm a business owner and I own blah, 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 you know, and it's like,
they're
whoa.
very robotic at that point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I always talk about knowing, loving, and trusting. And that's how I would hire somebody, is I need to know them, love them, and trust them. Even as recent as a plumber, I need to go check them out, make sure that they are valid, that they are doing business under the name that they claim to be doing business under. They're going to be in my home for hours. I don't know if my husband's going to be there. I definitely want to see what sort of reputation they have, and maybe a few testimonials or reviews that have been left for them. So that's really what we're doing. We're all getting checked out. If somebody's going to be doing business with you, exchanging money, they want to know what they're going to get. And they also want to know who is going to be the person providing it. And I think that that's where it's so important to have a ton of exposure and really be that face that a person wakes up and sees in their feed on a daily basis. And we all know how algorithms work, that if you start looking at plumbers, your feed is going to be really flooded with plumbers. Flooded, no pun intended.
Or pun intended.
Yes, that's right. But I think it's really important that we understand that's kind of good. I think it's really cool if you are starting to search for something that you start receiving it, and you want to know who that person's going to be that's going to bring you that service.
Yeah. So I'm curious, what are some of the biggest things that you've learned as you've gone through this process, not just on the content side, but of running this business and kind of making decisions about how to be of most service to people?
The craziest thing, Melissa, I had no idea how the venues that we are using would really benefit. And just one example is we took over San Marcos Resort. That's a huge hotel in Chandler. They let us have the entire property. And I said, at first, I think we had to work out some sort of what space we would use. And then finally they're like, you guys are going to tag us in all of the content that you took? And I'm like, yes. I said, that's 20 additional networks. And they were like, well, you can take it all over then. So after we did that content shoot, there's 20 female business owners sitting there that had 3,000 pictures taken. Their exposure just grew so much by having 20 business owners that have never been in the space before, or especially never tagged them in the restaurant, in the bar, in the shops, in the pool, in the hotel. So I think that what I'm loving is that the venues are actually asking us to come. Sybil, will you bring your 20 business owners? Because I want access to their 20 networks. And I'm just so thrilled with that's happening. But what I am loving also is just that these business owners are all falling in love with each other and really, really cheering for each other. I see if there's a group of 3 and there's 5 people in the shot, 5 more people get exposure. They all get tagged because you can mention up to 20 people in each post. So they're taking full advantage of that. And I think, with 3 people in the pod, but you go and grab a few others because you really want to show not staged photography, but you want to show yourself interacting and relating to other business owners. And that's content that you can't shoot at your house doing selfies. So I think that they're all loving that they get so much usable content that really shows them interacting, shows them as the specialist at the front of the table, shows them teaching a trade, shows them interacting with other people in a really great way.
Yeah, for sure. I'm curious how, more on a technical question, how do you set expectations? So I think a lot of times when people take even webinars on how to create content and then they, start posting stuff, they think like, I'm going to go viral, or I'm going to, exponentially increase my followers. And sometimes it doesn't work that way. I mean, You can see an immediate payoff, obviously, from this new network that you're building in person there, but it can be slow, especially organically, to build that. Do you talk about that at all?
Definitely.
Yeah, okay.
So at my session, I show my Sybil Imel Instagram page, and then I started a Content Ready Sessions Instagram page, and it's a slow build, and it's not even a year old, but I work from my phone in all of this educational part. So they see my phone, they see the analytics. We go into the professional dashboard, they can see that I may only have 500 followers on that page, and it's taken almost a year to get 500 followers on a social media page.
We're in the same boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have like 20,000 followers or something like that on mine.
Yeah.
But on the morning show,
Yeah.
we're like so close to breaking 1,000, and
Yay.
I'm like,
It's a big deal.
Right.
That's a big day.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it is slow, and I think that people need to understand that that's a very organic display of how slow it is. But I also teach them ways now using trial reels. Instagram just launched that about a month ago.
talk about that a little bit, because
Oh,
a lot of
it's so
people
cool.
don't know about this.
Oh yeah, they should. So if you're given this feature, and you're really only given features, I think, if you show that you are willing to play with the toys that they give you. So Instagram will release something, they'll make some sort of notification that you've got this new feature. I immediately suggest you go use it. And a trial reel is a reel that you make, but you specify by toggling on to trial reel when you go to post it that it only goes to your non-followers. So any eyes on that reel go to your non-followers, which, what a gift that is. Instagram
gosh, that's
says,
huge.
here, we'll give you this little tool. We'll put you in contact with all of these non-followers. So every eye, every view is non-followers. Now they may come and follow you. So my exposure has really grown quite a lot using that feature.
This is a huge deal because back in the day, the only way, a lot of times,
Yeah.
to reach non-followers was to pay. You had to pay to play to
Right.
get that impact.
Yep, or have
So,
that blue check.
Yeah.
Which is also something you can pay for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I do that not necessarily for the reach component, but because I managed so many different accounts and I was so worried that something was going to go wrong, and the
And it
idea of
could.
like being able to reach a human
Right.
was a big deal to
Right,
me.
right.
Yeah. So yeah, but no, these trial reels are
Big.
big. Yeah, and I think it's funny too because a lot of times Instagram is very subtle about letting you know about stuff, and so it like will just pop up.
New.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I'm going to go play with it. And I'm also not afraid to just try and
Yeah.
fail forward. And I think that that's where a lot of these business owners think that there's a right and a wrong way. I just think that there is a go for it way, like action. And you can't really screw it up because with stories, they only run for 24 hours.
Right.
With posts, you can delete them, although I wouldn't. But I really think that, again, that, you know, less is not more, more is more.
Yeah.
And I do set them up that morning by saying, if you hesitate to take that phone out of your pocket and take a picture, don't. Always go for the picture because you'll never regret having the picture, but you will always regret not having the picture. And we kind of go through a series of just discussion about how many of us wish that we had more footage of our grandparents or loved ones that we've lost. We would give anything for this technology to have been available to our grandparents, and what I wouldn't give to have more footage of my grandmother making potato salad, right? So
Or telling some of those family stories.
Absolutely.
I mean, the way she pronounced names and just the
Right.
meter of how she talked, it's like no way to reproduce that.
Right, never. And so I am hoping to establish a new habit in a lot of these business owners to have the phone out of your purse. You've got a wristband on yours, and I love that, so that it's always available. Because again, you just can't go back and ever recreate this stuff, but you can take the shot when it's in front of you.
Right, and choose not to use it or use it,
Right.
but you get that choice as opposed to
don't
I
have to
can't
have
use
the-
it because I don't have it.
Yeah, we don't have to have the film
See, this is what I'm guilty of, though, and maybe you can develop something to help with this. I have so much content sitting on my phone that I just, like, a year later, I'm still like, oh, yeah, I never posted that.
I should have
you
posted
know?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I feel like I need some kind of a, like, how do I...
Well, you know, actually,
do this.
so I just did that. It's like the other day I was flipping through something and there was like a photo that was like a year old that was part of something I did. I'm like, you know, I'm just going to post it now.
Why not?
Well,
Because
and I
it's like,
will.
because I mean, there are times where somebody will comment on something that 3 years ago, and I'm like, wait a minute, where? It's like,
No,
oh
I know.
yeah. So I don't even.
But I mean, I even created like an album once I found a bunch of old stuff, and I was like, magic to post. And I like moved all the old photos in there because I was like, okay, now that I have an album, but I'm still not doing it. Like, I don't know.
Is it time, do you think, or are you still not sure about what would attract the audience? Or because I'd say just try it, Melissa.
Yeah.
And honestly, you've got nothing to lose by putting more stuff up there and seeing what your audience likes.
Well, what's so funny is, as a social media manager for myself, I do everything wrong. Like I just don't, like I'm not niche down. I do so many weird things. I'm part of so many different communities, and
It hasn't hurt you.
I'll just post whatever I want. But I know, like every time I meet with somebody, they're like, nobody's really sure what you do, and I'm like, I know.
That's good. Maybe that's the mystique of you, the mystique of Melissa.
Yeah, I think what it is I've always been drawn to, I don't know if you're familiar with her, there's a really fabulous woman named Tova Lay. Are you familiar with her? She's an influencer, content creator, and she's a little bit like me. She just posts like whatever she wants, but she's very open about it, like knowing that she does it. And I love her because it's like I never know.
You love her vibe.
Yeah.
You love that she gives you that permission. And I think that that's where a lot of these business owners just love hearing somebody in my field say, do it anyway, post it anyway. Gone are the days that everything has to be super aesthetically pleasing with wheat and beige
Thank God,
and
I know,
knit
right?
sweaters.
Right.
Yeah, now people want brightness. Now people want light.
It doesn't have to be perfect. It's
Right.
like they're not waiting for the perfect light for this. It's like, just do it because you may lose that moment.
Absolutely.
And it's never going to happen again.
What is your background?
So I was with Isogenics and still am to this day. For the last 10 years, I was teaching my Isogenics team how to do social media, especially during the lockdown of the world. We still had a product to sell, and we had one of our most popular product launch days in the history of network marketing during COVID. So I realized the only way that we had that success was having exposure on social media. And if I could make sure that the team knows how to do that moving forward, we could always have success with every launch of every product. So then I started thinking, you know what? I have been able to train a few of my real estate agent friends and a few of my mortgage company friends, and it doesn't have to be just related to a health and wellness product. It can be anybody's product. And so my Isogenics business really led me to this, and they really work well hand in hand, because I think a lot of people that finally get confident on camera, they're ready to commit to really having more exposure, and people that have more exposure want to look good doing it and feel good doing it. I'm really excited to say I'm turning 60 soon, and darn it, I'm going to have one of the best birthdays of my life.
Heck
because
yeah.
I've got so much to talk about, so much exposure, and really so much living to do.
Yeah. So we might have already talked about it, but I'm just curious from you. I'm not kidding you. Like when I joined Women 360, the way the women talked about you and your session was just really, really unique. And I'm curious, what do you think it is that's the magic there that keeps them so kind of engaged with you and with this program?
That is really, really awesome to hear,
Yeah.
by the way. I feel that the Women 360 have done an amazing job really promoting each of us. And I am very lucky that they do a really good job of promoting me specifically, but I'm really involved there.
Yeah.
It is a passion of mine, and I'm really happy with what I'm seeing. But after a person comes to one of my content ready sessions, I think that they see that I am not perfect and that I am not totally polished and that I am learning from them also. So I become maybe extremely relatable. I'm really goofy. I kind of kick and stretch and have a blast all day long with these women. And when you can really see an authentic side of somebody that might have this image in a certain light, and really get to see them in their element, I think you become really approachable and really relatable. And I spend a lot of time with these women. I mean, complete full days and into the evening sometimes. So I think maybe it's just that I am extremely passionate about their businesses. They can tell I'm extremely passionate about my wellness business, and along with really having the ability to get them more exposure, because I'm in love with every single one of their businesses.
Yeah.
They've got the coolest gigs. I couldn't even dream up some of these businesses myself. So I'm really a huge promoter of them. I'm kind of their hype girl, and I'm proud to do it.
And why do you only do women businesses, just out of curiosity?
So far, it's really been the Women 360, and that's all females.
Okay.
Most of my Isogenics team are females, so I'd have guys come if they would want. We do get nitty gritty with each other. Sometimes we're changing clothes in front of each other, so that hasn't really been an issue so far.
Right.
But I think that if I'm just starting to get a female business owner comfortable with her own face, throwing a guy in there might change the energy, and that might be good.
Yeah.
But it really is kind of a sisterhood, I guess, so far.
Yeah, yeah.
I can expand.
Yeah, okay. No, I was just, I was
yeah.
curious. So I just know we have a ton of local businesses, small businesses that are a part of the show and that watch the show. And so, you know.
I'd be open to it, Melissa.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of open to it, why don't you talk directly to this camera right here with your camera ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And tell people where they can learn more about you and content ready sessions and work with you if they would like to.
So to connect with me, Instagram would be great. It is Sybil Imel, SYBILIMEL. That is my personal Instagram page. And then I've also recently started the Content Ready Sessions Instagram page. And from those two pages, there's links, there's all kinds of information. The highlights are really clear on how to work with me. And also just click along and find all of the links to register for the next sessions. I'm booked through November right now. And again, it's just been such a joy that all of these venues are so excited to have us. So those two platforms seem to be the best to get a hold of me any way you want.
Well, this was wonderful. Sybil, I feel like you're one of those people. We have a couple on where, like, we could just talk for
going on and on.
2 hours.
I'd like to.
I know.
Can we? Can we please?
If we didn't
I'm in
have
no
any
rush.
guests the rest of the day, I'd say yes.
Yeah.
But no, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and your experience with us. And we'd love to have you back.
I'd love to come back.
Yeah, that would be so great. So, yeah, if you're interested at all in getting more comfortable in front of the camera and getting content ready, Sybil's such a great resource for you. We hope that you'll check out her business, and if nothing else, give her and her business account a follow on Instagram. I think they're always sharing really cool stuff, so it's worth it either way. So thank you so much. Hope you have a great day, and keep it right here for more awesomeness on The Morning Show. Okay, Marshall, let's test how well you know me. You ready?
Disney. Pink.
Keep going.
Bling.
Puppies.
Oh, puppies. Oh.
Okay, so this is some things to do and events that you can do as a family. All ages welcome here. No 21 plus things.
Okay.
And on Sunday, we have some adorable options for you. We have Australian Heeler Pups meet and greet at the Children's Museum of Phoenix at 9:15 in the morning. Yep. Don't
wear your bacon cologne.
Okay, hold on. Wait, is this a kids show that I just don't know about because I don't have kids, not actual real pups?
Oh, it's not real pup. It's like Bluey.
That looks like Bluey. Yeah. I have no idea. Okay. Well, I'm just going to read what it says, and you can interpret it however you want, if it's real puppies or people in Bluey costumes. I'm not nearly as excited about the Bluey costume thing, though.
Especially, I mean, well, that explains why it's 9:30 in the morning, because it's like, it's cooler, but it's still going to be too hot to wear one of those things.
Here's what it says. Are you ready? Hooray! Your favorite Australian Heeler pups are coming to the museum. Come meet these lovable sisters, grab a photo and a hug or a high paw, maybe even a smoochy kiss.
It is not puppies. It is people in costumes. Well, 2 people in costumes.
They're inviting you to smoochy kiss people in costumes? The 2 childless people are baffled by this, but...
You know, right. I mean, maybe it's it looks like Bluey, but I don't know. Can we legally say that without like paying copyright credit or anything?
Well,
or?
we're not like, Okay. Go to the Children's Museum of Phoenix website, look up what it actually is if you want to go to this. It's $19 for admission. It is
that for the whole family?
I doubt it.
Okay.
Children's Museum is
but then you get to spend the day at the Children's Museum. Oh, yeah.
I would assume so. I would assume it's not a separate thing.
I was thinking because I was thinking puppies out in the parking lot, but now they're not puppies. Now they're people in costumes.
Well, either way, I don't think they'd have the puppies in the parking lot. But it's 9:15 to 1:15, and you do have to book in advance because you need a reservation time to show up. And again, all ages are welcome. So if you're an adult who apparently likes people in costumes.
Or kids. I have a feeling it must be a kid show that we don't know about.
I don't know.
Because,
Whatever.
It's kind of like, it'd be like having Barney show up at the Children's Museum. Some people would get really excited about that.
See, I didn't love Barney. I loved Bear in the Big Blue House. Did you ever watch that one?
I did see that one as well.
I loved Bear. Okay. This one I'm not duped by. This is The Life of a Skater Girl, Taylor Swift era's skate at Skateland in Mesa at 4 p.m. So here's my only problem with this event. It is at the same time as our open house party. So you can either go skate to Taylor Swift songs or you can come hang out with us. If you want to bring roller skates, you can. I mean, this whole thing's a giant rink, basically. So
yeah, but there's carpet.
Shh.
So if you fall, you're on your own. You have to sign a medical waiver.
But it'll also feel better if you fall on carpet.
You never had rug burn? That does not feel better.
Actually, I think I've only had rug burn once. I'm kind of weird. I've only had rug burn like once, and then I realized yesterday I got my third in my entire life brain freeze. Ever. That's it.
What kind of ice cream?
No, it was just really cold, slushy.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, so Swifties, you can lace up and roll out if you want to skip our awesome open house party and join in for a Swiftie era's roller skating party. They're going to be skating through every era of Taylor's iconic career, and they're going to be celebrating her upcoming album, Life of a Showgirl. So you can dress in your favorite era, you can sing along to every hit if you want, and make some memories. Plus, they are doing a raffle where you can enter to win a copy of Life of a Showgirl. So there you go. There's motivation.
You go.
We're going to give one away too. No, I'm not. Gonna
I was going to say, yeah, don't be putting that out there. Otherwise, it's like, hello, you have now been
Marshall,
served
can you go to Walmart and get...
Right.
So 4 to 6:30 at Skateland, that is in Mesa. And it's $13 for admission, $5, I was going to say $50 for skate rental. $5 for skate rental. And then if you're an adult that just is accompanying some kiddos in your life, it's only $4. So that's if you're not skating. If you want to skate, you got to pay the full shebang. So
there you go.
Yeah. Okay, we've also got an all-ages talent show at Chandler Community Center. This is happening Friday night at 6 p.m. Yep. It's going to be just a really fun, unforgettable night of creativity and community spirit. For an all-ages talent show, there'll be singing, dancing, comedy, and it's a celebration of local talent. It's also totally free to attend. So if you want to go cheer on some folks, that sounds like a great way to spend a Friday in Chandler. All right. That's what we've got for you, families. If somebody goes to the Children's Phoenix Museum, let us know. Real puppies, costume puppies. Tell us.
It's costume puppies.
Tell us.
And if anyone knows who they are, I mean, I guess.
Tell me on Instagram at On The Morning Show. You can also email us at hello@onthemorningshow.com, but chances are you'll be getting our producer, Anne. I'm more behind the Instagram, and I need to know about this puppy situation. So.
I know, and the fact that they're the same name as a breed of dogs.
I know. Okay. All right. Have a great time and so much fun. Let us know what you end up getting up to.